growing up in Massachusetts, was there a lot of people that you seen playing soccer growing up?
Everybody I knew played soccer. I was the only kid who didn't, and it's because cardio, I did not like the extended cardio. It was like nonstop running. I think you're a psychopath for choosing it, honestly. I liked softball because I could run to the bases. I could go fast and then stop. And then go fast and then stop. But the constant was not for me. But all my girlfriends played, all my guy friends played, all the hottest guys in school played. It was like that's why it's so strange to me that it doesn't translate to our, they say like nobody cares about soccer, our men's national team. And it's like, where's everyone I knew played soccer. Everybody had the operating knowledge of playing soccer. They just didn't make it up through
I feel like a lot of people in America find it fun to play, like to go out with your friends and play soccer and play varsity soccer and have all your friends watch you in high school. But to actually study the game, know the European teams, know the structure, know the leagues, like it's really hard for people to do that. And I think us being in America and the fact that all the big leagues are over in Europe adds another barrier to it, because it's like from a cultural perspective, like it's not really a part of our game. Like Ocho, you kind of had to chase the game, man. Like when you were a fan of soccer in 2001, MLS almost folded, you know what I'm saying? So like you had to go over and meet Thierry Henry and go to a game and actually go to Highbury to like enjoy it and fall in love with it. But not many Americans are getting that chance until the World Cup now to go to a game.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to piggyback on something that Katie said also about where she grew up culturally. A lot of people played soccer, and she couldn't understand why other people don't. And also you have to think is everyone's circumstances are different depending on where you grew up. So some people think, okay, I need to get out of the situation, my living situation. I'm going to take care of mom, my kids, or do better for those that have sacrificed for me. And soccer's not the one that's going to get me out of my conditions.
Yeah,
whatever those conditions may be.
Point.
The NBA will. The NFL will. So that also, comes into play even still to this day. Can I make it to the highest level and take my family out of poverty? It wouldn't be, playing soccer. Even still, the infrastructure and the ecosystem just is not there.
Yeah,
and from what I've heard, I don't have a kid and not going to have one or put one into soccer. But from what I hear, it's like very expensive.
Bingo.
To get your kid into. And soccer was always supposed to be the easiest, most accessible sport because all you need is the ball. Basically.
That's it.
Absolutely.
And so they've turned its strength into its like weakness almost.
Yeah.
And I think it was interesting with the women's game because our women's national team was so successful despite not making any money. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at women's professional soccer, the NWSL just came in like a couple years ago, but before that, there were leagues folding over and over. I think Carly Lloyd, but I saw a statistic, it was like between 2009 and 2021, Carly Lloyd only played like 122 or 121 professional games because so many leagues were folding, so many different teams were going through different changes in women's soccer. So sometimes parents were paying that women's soccer fee with no like dividends, returns.
No guarantee that anything would come back.
You didn't have to pay to play in the NFL or pay to play football growing up. But like if you did have to, it would have paid off. For women's soccer, there was no payoff
guarantee
at a point.
You had one
and
payment.
yet they worked their asses off and got to be that good. That's why it's crazy.
Yeah.
You had one payment, your registration fee to play. That's it.
How much was the registration fee?
$35.
$35 to play American soccer.
$35.
American football, where to play American soccer is $5,000 a year.
What?
That's
if
how
you have $2,800 to $3,000 fee, that's just the fee to play, the register fee that you're just talking about. So imagine $35 to $2,800 or $3,000.
Everybody doesn't have that kind of money.
Exactly. Then every tournament that you travel to, you have to pay $500, so $200 a night for your hotel.
They don't
2 nights.
cover your hotel?
No, club soccer does not pay for it. Then you also got to factor in the gas that it takes to, let's say if your tournament's in North Carolina. I lived in Tampa. We had to drive all the way to North Carolina for a tournament one time. 8 to 10 hours. Like, not only is it like you're paying this money, but also it's a full-time job to take your kid to training, to travel all the way to North Carolina for a game. Meanwhile, they put you on a bus and you play against your local high school or you play against local kids who are just as good as you within that population.
Right.
So soccer in general is just so expensive. It's so inaccessible to a lot of people. And it's honestly insane if you really think about it.
A big thanks to ChatGPT for being a sponsor of today's episode.
Football fans, ChatGPT is now a partner for your most ambitious work.
With permission, ChatGPT work can reach far beyond the chat window.
It could work directly with your local desktop files pulling open the scouting spreadsheet sitting on your desktop and updating it in one place.
It can interact directly with your desktop apps with no need for you to switch windows.
With computer use, it can also operate across your computer and browser, clicking, navigating, and getting things done in collaboration with you.
Put ChatGPT to work on your most ambitious ideas and projects.
Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.